One year, not even sure why, I bought bitter melon seeds. Yep, you guessed it, from Baker's Creek. Growing bitter melon is relatively easy. Like most cucurbits, it needs warmth, a trellis to grow on, and water. As it is mostly a tropical and subtropical vine, it should be planted like most cucurbits after the last chance of frost, preferably in warm soil in the late spring or early summer. Or you warm up the soil by placing some black material to speed up soil warming. In the northern hemisphere, the bitter melon starts flowering about June, July, and will produce delicate yellow flowers. It will follow with producing fruits in August all the way through November or until the first frost. And bitter melon plants are very sensitive to frost. Bitter melons come in a variety of sizes and shapes. The cultivar most common in China has a more or less smooth surface, while the cultivar most common in India has a surface that is covered with teeth and ridges. Some varieties mature white, like this Japanese Okinawan variety that is supposed to also be much less bitter when ripe. Some varieties produce miniature fruit. Why should you consider adding bitter melon to your life? If you figure out how to reduce the amount of bitterness that this fruit, and it must be the plant as well, as bitter melon plants and the arugula are some of the very few plants in our garden which is visited by deer daily. We call it the deer buffet, that the deer and the wildlife did not munch on. In recent years, deer even ate tomato and potato leaves, not just their previous favorites, strawberry plants, raspberry, blackberry. To grow around its very strong bitterness, you either grow the Okinawan variety that matures white, or other varieties you also pick when they are ripe, when they turn yellow or orange. An unripe bitter melon, you simply cut in half, you remove the seeds and the white pulp, which is also very bitter. The plant is storing unpalatable chemicals to keep herbivores away from eating their offspring. Put the sliced or diced bitter melon fruit in a bath of salted lukewarm water for a few minutes to a few hours. The thinner the slice is, the more of the bitter melon is exposed to salted water, removing more of the bitterness. But some people consider that this way you might also remove more of the important nutrients that this plant has to offer. Bitter melon, if you call it a vegetable or fruit, which is both actually, it's rich in numerous healthy nutrients. What is the difference between a vegetable and a fruit? Vegetables can be a variety of plant parts: roots, radishes, carrots, and parsnips, or stems, asparagus, or leaves, spinach, lettuce, cabbage, bok choy, or fruits, tomatoes, cucumbers, and bitter melon. And when it comes to how to use these plants, we use the fruits more of a dessert, while vegetable, we use them more in savory dishes. Bitter melon can be used both green, not ripe yet, the same way we enjoy its cousin, cucumber, also not ripe yet. And bitter melon is also enjoyed ripe, turning yellow, white, or orange, depending on the variety. Apparently, the red pulp around the seed is also edible and less bitter. And the seeds also are edible, just the same as pumpkin seeds. Even young shoots and leaves are consumed as greens.